GGI, Global Governance Initiative. This is something that is becoming very hot topic now. Global Governance Initiative, what it is. Global Governance Initiative is a new term that is being floated by Chinese President Mr. Xi Jinping. Global Governance Initiative. China has a government, India has a government, United States has a government. What about a common global government, world government? World government where it will have court system, it will have security system, it will have a parliament and everything. Every country has parliament, its army, and then a constitution. Like that, its court system. Like that, there will be another government called global government. It will have its own court, it will have its own army, and like so. Anyone who is in problem, any individual, people centric. This is what Mr. GGP is saying. It will be people centric. Means any people should be able to approach the global government, and there he can file his case and it will be heard. Not only country and very rich people. Every common man can reach there. That is called global government. Why he is talking, that we have to understand. Global government concept from China. GGI, Global Government's Initiative from Chinese President Mr. Xi Jinping. He started discussing about GGI in the SEO Summit 2025 that happened 31st of August to 1st of September, 2 days. In that Shanghai Cooperation Organization, 10 members including Belarus and Russia, China, and then India, Pakistan, and Iran. Okay, and then Central Asian country, I believe, excluding Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Kazakhstan, 4 countries. Iran, Pakistan, India, 7 countries, China 8, Belarus and Russia, 10 countries. Now, Mr. Xi Jinping's ministers like Wang Yi, foreign minister of China, now he is becoming day by day vocal on the global governments. What is global government? Is there any global government that is existing in the world now? Yeah, there is one global government that is existing in the world, and its name is United Nations. United Nations is actually global government only. Its concept is to monitor the world, and then it has 6 parts. One is United Nations Security Council, and there are 5 countries in it. And concept is multilateralism government. Multilateralism government means United Nations will be run by many countries, not by one country. If it is United Nations Security Council, as far as its power is concerned, actual military power is concerned, then it is run by 5 countries. Otherwise, and 10 non-permanent members, 15 countries. Otherwise, if we see the United Nations General Assembly, Secretariat, then International Court of Justice (ICJ), and there are 2 more. I will read it through. I don't so Economic and Socio Council, one of them, and there is one more council. So there are 6 parts in the United Nations. United Nations present day, it is considered as the global government. So global government, what is the problem with the global government that China is talking about initiative of the globe? What is problem with United Nations now? Chinese government is citing that no more United Nations is a global government. Unfortunately, United Nations is considered as a global government, but unfortunately, it is not a global government. It is more or less it is being run by United States. This is what he is saying. There is no independence out there. There is no multilateralism. There is only unilateralism. Means United States President, he is taking care of everything in the globe. United Nations is nowhere. This is what American President is also saying. Not only Chinese President saying, American President is also saying same thing. What is need of United Nations when I am doing everything? Peace treaty between any 2 countries, I am doing everything. I am doing. Then Antonio Guterres, who is leading United Nations, what is his use? So everyone is jumping on United Nations. Why $5 billion every year need to be spent on United Nations when everything is done by the United States only? Now global currency is dollar that belongs to America, not the United Nations. United Nations has responsibility to float a global currency that it could not do. Then miss whatever decision is being made globally, that is being made by American president only. There is no need of United Nations. In that manner, American president many places he is found doing a kind of like a dictator, we can say. If anyone use other than dollar for the transactions, then we will put tariff on him. This is not multilateralism. United Nations is formed as a global government which has multilateralism, but it does not have any multilateralism. Everything is completely controlled by America. So China is coming up because Chinese export is three and a half times more than America. So China need multilateralism. This dictatorship of America is going against China, and China need it. If Chinese export was very less, then why China would need it? When there is nothing there, why it need it? But Chinese export is very high, and China need multilateralism. One country which export is less now, that is United States, and their control, their hegemony, their dictatorship is hampering Chinese export. So Chinese government, they are coming up as a global government initiative, and then they will form a global government that will assist United Nations. Means they want United Nations to dominate rather than America. This is what the clear picture is. They are trying to float a new currency also called R value, and that would tackle the dollar. That is the concept. Many think why it is coming and what is the reason behind it. That is the behind of new concept of global governments initiative. So global governments is a government like United Nations right now. It is in America. In New York, United Nations head office is there, and there it has six branches. Now the concept is coming global governments. China is saying that okay, global governments from China would assist United Nations, but everything is happening in Shanghai and those regions. More or less look like either United Nations head office will shift from America to China, or China would come up with new organization called global governments, and United Nations will have very less power. This will come up as the main power. This is a very huge shift in global power has been seen now. When United States of America, when it has created United Nations, at that time America has complete control over the world, especially in the electronics arena. And it formed G7 countries, Japan, Japan, Germany, France, England, Italy, Canada, and United States. Seven countries came together and they made G7 in 1970 or something like that, where G7 countries have 70% of the world wealth. Only seven countries. So they were dominating the world, and United Nations was working through New York. But situation is very different now. 35% of world manufacturing is happening in China. China is leading the electronics world. China is leading the economy of the world. In that manner, the United States president to topple China, to control China, to completely obliterate China. Now he has sidelined United Nations and daily basis he is floating new rules so that China can be controlled. But this is not the way the United Nations were formed. United Nations was formed so that United Nations would control the world, not the United States. But China, Mr. Xi Jinping, is talking about the global governments. I have something in documentation, but I don't think we will be able to cover it. So probably tomorrow, next day, we will cover the complete part of this United Nations Security Council. What is the need for this? Little bit I'll read it through the need for it. There are three deficiencies Mr. Xi Jinping is talking about the United Nations right now. First is serious underrepresentation of the global south and redressing historical injustice. Means global south means like India is a country that comes in global south. Africa comes in global south. South America comes in global south. Australia. See the Australian native people. Whatever we see in Australia, those are European people. Australia, New Zealand. Global South means south of the equator or whatsoever, near about. And then south of the equator and or we can say Cancer line below. Cancer line below. Cancer line passes through India. So Cancer line below Mr. Xi Jinping is saying that there is no representation of this country, South American country, African country, or in countries in Indian subcontinent. They have no represented in United Nations. Means they are completely under representation of this country and redressing historical injustice. Means injustice has happened to them or these are the this is the point number one. Point number two is erosion of authoritativeness. Authoritativeness means there is no authority. No, in United Nations should be an authority, but that is missing. The purpose and principle of United Nations Charter have been effectively observed. Okay. So, has not been effectively observed. Means whatever the rule and regulation United Nations was made through, that is missing. Okay, unilateral sanctions among other practices have violated international law and disrupted the international order. Means law and everything is completely voided. This is point number two. Point number three, urgent need of greater effectiveness. Okay, UN 2038 Agenda for Sustainable Development is seriously lagging behind. Issues such as climate change and the digital divide becoming more salient. Okay, whatever. So China is saying whatever the objective of United Nations was nothing it is able to meet. Now there is nothing. Means more or less he is saying world is running by Mr. Donald Trump. This is what he is saying. Okay, Donald Trump has sidelined WHO. No funding to WHO. Dollar must be used in any country exchange, and then no use of UN. Means more or less it will not work. The way it is going on through a dictatorship manner, it will not. So global governments has to come up. We will talk more on this because this is something that day by day becoming hot now. This may bring new currency and this may bring new way of trade in the world. If it brings a new way of trade in the world and focus will be on southern hemisphere also, then Africa and South American and Indian subcontinent countries need to be fitted into it in global governments. Whole scenario will completely change. What is going on right now? It is world is being run by G7 countries. G7 countries. Now, concept is the world will be run really by all the countries. It will be people centric and so many things that we will read it through. Okay, let's see when it is getting materialized. When will really it will global governments will come into the picture and then matter to be seen. It will destroy United Nations and new United Nations will come in China because China is the main now. What will happen? Okay, what can happen? That we will see.